Hello there, my fellow myth and fantasy nerds. My name is Tanner, and I'd like to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Sorry you've been away for so long. Things got a little crazy where I'm at, but I'm back now and ready to make some new videos for you. Now, I got the idea to make this specific video from my buddy Peter, aka International Wisecrack here on the YouTubes, who suggested I find a way to combine my love of baking and my love of fantasy slash D&D slash things of that nature. This is something I can do since I happen to own a copy of Heroes Feast, the official D&D cookbook, which my brother-in-law got me as a Secret Santa gift a couple Christmases ago. So for this week's video, I decided I would make a recipe from this book. Specifically, my favorite recipe, Elven Bread. Elven bakers have protected the secret of this bread for millennia. Both nutritious and delicious, a single bite of this mysterious rolled pastry loaf can sustain an adventurer for a day or more of journeying. Sweet and robust in flavor and made of fine grains and rich butter, Elven bread is rumored to boast twice the nutritional value of iron rations at only half the weight, making it essential adventuring fare for elves on the go. Even the most discerning high elves can't resist this wholesome cinnamon and sometimes cardamom swirled treat. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So as always, please make sure to leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe down below. Pretty please! It'll help me make more content for you. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the kitchen. Alright, welcome to my kitchen. Got my apron on and ready to go, so let's get started, shall we? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take half an ounce of active dry yeast and we're going to dissolve it in a quarter cup of lukewarm milk. Once our yeast has fully dissolved, we are going to add the other 1 1/4 cups of lukewarm milk, half a cup of honey, or if you're using a scale like I am and measuring by weight, that's 4 ounces, 2 eggs already beaten, a quarter cup of butter, 2 teaspoons of salt, and the recipe says to use 1 cup of whole wheat flour and 5 cups of all-purpose flour. However, if you're like me and you don't have whole wheat flour, you can just use 6 cups of all-purpose flour. It's gonna be fine. Alright, so now we're gonna set our mixing bowl into our mixer with the paddle attachment, and we're gonna mix until all the ingredients are well combined. Alright, once our mixture is combined, we're going to switch from our paddle attachment to our dough hook, and we're going to mix on low speed until our dough is elastic and somewhat sticky. This is going to take around 8 minutes. Alternatively, you can mix and knead the dough by hand on a work surface for about 15 minutes. Once our dough is kneaded, we're going to take it and place in a lightly greased bowl, turning once to make sure both our top and our bottom are oiled up. Place some plastic wrap or a clean kitchen towel over the top of the bowl. And we're going to leave this in a warm place to proof until the dough has doubled in size. This will take about an hour. While our dough is rising, it's time for us to make our filling. In a separate bowl, we're going to mix together half a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of flour, and 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon. Now, if you're anything like me and you have a sweet tooth the size of California, you can easily make a more dessert type bread just by doubling the amount of filling you make. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make an egg wash. Now for the egg wash, we are going to beat together 1 egg, our 3rd egg overall, with 1 tablespoon of water. Once our dough is fully proved, we're going to transfer to a floured work surface, making sure to get as much flour everywhere as possible. We're going to divide our dough in half, and then we're going to roll 1/2 into a 6-inch by 20-inch rectangle. It's at this point where a tape measure really comes in handy. Once our dough is all rolled out, we're just going to brush it with our egg wash, and then we're going to sprinkle evenly with our cinnamon sugar mixture. Now that our dough has been sprinkled in cinnamon sugar, we're going to start with one of our short sides and we're going to roll the dough into a log. Now you don't have to do this, but what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of egg wash and brush it on the other side of the dough as I'm rolling it to help everything stick together a little bit better. Now we're going to do the same thing to our remaining dough, egg wash, and cinnamon sugar. Once our dough logs have been rolled, we're going to transfer them to 2 generously buttered 8.5 by 4.5 inch loaf pans. Then we're going to cover them up and then transfer them to a warm place to prove for a second time until the tops of our dough logs have crested about 1 inch above the rims of our pans. This will take about 1.5 to 2 hours. Now, 15 minutes before the dough is ready to bake, we are going to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and make sure we have a rack in the very center of our oven. Once our bread has finished its second proof, we're going to bake them for 10 minutes at 400 degrees. Then we're going to reduce our heat to 350 and bake for around 25 to 30 minutes. Now you'll know your bread is ready when the loaves are nice and golden brown and make a hollow sound when you tap on them. Perfect. Now we're going to remove our loaves from the pans and transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely before slicing. That's very important. And there we have it. Elven Bread from the Hero's Feast Cookbook. It's so good, you guys, honestly. If you liked this video and you want more, please consider leaving a like and subscribing down below so you don't miss any new content from me. Also, if you have any other ideas you want to see in any future videos, please leave your suggestions in the comments down below. Who knows? It might just happen. Alright, well, that's all the time I have for this video, so I'll see you all next week with some brand new content for you. See you guys then.